we on? Is this thing on?
We're on.
It's on?
Is
What's
this
up,
thing on?
Doc?
What's up, Doc?
Episode something.
Great question.
24.
Wow,
24. Wow.
So exciting.
Look at that.
We did 24 of these.
Yeah.
Is the new hair making you uncomfortable?
Yeah, where'd you get this new hair?
So the new hair is, I apologize if I look weird. If I look like Shelley Duvall, I'll fucking kill you. Seriously.
Is this for the
We're
Shining?
redoing The Shining.
Halloween costume?
No, so my hair was so fuzzy. Remember I was complaining in Vegas that it just keeps getting fuzzy? And in Vegas, that's the driest, so it usually looks like this in Vegas. No life in it because it's so dry. So I got a Brazilian blowout.
Look at you.
And I got bangs. I got it down here too.
Have you ever gotten this before?
No. This is
All
a
new.
chemical. This is like getting a perm. When black girls say they got a perm, white people put rods in. They don't. They just put the solution and comb it, and it straightens your hair. We call it a Brazilian. I don't know what. I think it's all the same shit, to be quite honest. It's just we're doing it too now. You know how we like to steal everything. So
What's the occasion? Just the
nothing. So what happens is for the first week or so, it'll stay like this. But then it will just keep the fuzz out, and my life will come back to it. It's not going to take all my curl out.
Okay.
And it only lasts for like 4 months.
I was worried.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in Beverly Hills with my friend the other day, and we got in an argument with this lady that had a poodle, and I was like, is it because my hair is straight? Is that what's bothering you? I don't look like your poodle anymore?
What'd she say?
She didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
She walked away. That's weird.
I would think she wouldn't. We're coming off our big week in Vegas.
Woohoo!
I feel weird
Yeah.
all week. I think Vegas did something weird to my
What
brain.
did Vegas do to you?
I don't know. I just feel.
I think I'm so used to it. I don't
I
know
feel
that
fatigued. I don't know. I just feel weird.
Let me ask you a question. Did your girlfriend, wife, whatever you want to call her, beat you up when you said you were tired from being on the road? Is she now abusing you? Because I like this.
Yeah, I think so.
I think she
Emotionally.
has the right to hit you.
And physically. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know.
Isn't
what
it weird, right?
Yeah.
Because I know comics that have kids and go on the road and they're like, I'm beat, I just can't. And they're like, what did you do all week? You know what I mean? Like,
It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of
it is.
It's a lot of emotional damage.
Exactly. But people don't see it. People don't feel it unless you do it. I don't know. It's emotionally draining.
It's depressing.
It's depressing. It's sad. Yeah.
Especially in Vegas.
For a whole week.
You said
For
you
a
thought it
whole
would
week.
break me.
Well, because that one's the worst one. Like, you started off on the worst foot.
Yeah.
Like, that's something you do, like, oh, cool, a Vegas gig. And then you're like, 2 days in, a Vegas gig. And then 4 days in, you're like, tying a noose.
Well, I think it was hard because I've never done a gig that's that long.
Right.
I'm used to a weekend.
Okay, I'm so spoiled.
Where I'm not a 7 day in a row, 2 shows a night. It's a lot of shows.
I've done them like way when I first started too, the Riviera, and he was doing the 3 on Fridays.
Whoa.
So, and sometimes Sundays. It depends how busy it was. But Vegas was a lot busier back then. Back then. In the Stagecoach era. It was only like 17 years ago, but it was different. And the shows would be packed, but it was all the people who were staying in the casino. You waited for the midnight show because that got a hipper crowd.
What does that mean? Like 50s
At least
instead
alive.
instead of
Alive.
70 years old?
I've seen comics at the Riv. They had to take people out, give them oxygen, CPR.
I've heard of that.
A bunch happened to my friend Jason.
It's for them laughing.
He was killing. Or just natural causes.
We had some of those, some of the early shows. We had
Sure.
some 80 plus.
We had a good, what was our guy's name?
Vipin. My best friend.
Shout out to Vipin. Big fan of Jeff. And then he
If
told
I
me,
ever get that footage, I might release it.
I know. He told me I was his favorite comic. And I said, what happened to Jeff? You gave Jeff.
Vipin's a man of the moment.
I mean, he really is.
He
and
loved
then
me,
he said,
and then he
you're
loved
the
you.
best girl. And I was like, whoa, hey, we had a girl host.
Well,
so.
he was honest with his opinions. What can you do?
That was me. So I attacked him for going after Sue Ra.
He was an Indian man via Toronto.
Yes, he was.
Vipin.
Yep, he was great.
Gone but not
Jeff
forgotten.
got him all riled up, and he was tremendous.
He
by
was
the
like
time
a
I
little
went out.
Muppet. A little.
At one point, he was like raising his hand, and I'm in the middle of a bit, and he's like, "That word triggered me. Hold on a second, I have something to say." And then he just interrupted completely. But I loved it. I thought
He was, I think, a little drunk.
No.
It was his 74th birthday weekend, I think, or week.
And
whatever.
then he wanted his wife to get drunk, and she wouldn't.
His wife seemed to hate him, which I could see why.
No, she didn't.
She did seem to hate him.
No, she didn't.
You didn't get that impression?
I mean, she was a little embarrassed of how he was acting, but then she was funny. She was really cute.
Do you think they made love that night?
Well, she wasn't drinking, and it was pissing him off. And I said, that's why you're drinking, so you can get some tonight. You want her to get drunk, too, so she's feeling frisky. And I go, if you get too drunk, you're going to be 74. That's already a problem.
I think
to get up.
he can bone through that.
Yeah, I feel like he has natural remedies.
I think he was going to put a baby in her.
He's using castor oil and turmeric. He'll be fine.
Tiger
turmeric.
penis.
Huh?
Tiger penis?
Tiger penis. That's what they call it.
It's big in India. We watched André the Giant.
I know.
On HBOMax.
So exciting.
Have you ever met André the Giant?
I did not.
Would you date André the Giant?
I probably would not.
They tried to say that he was a ladies' man in here, and I don't know if
I think I agree with that.
You agree with that?
That smile, that's sweet. Here's the thing. Let me say this. Like, first of all, I grew up in South Philadelphia, so looking for a tall guy was a big thing for me.
Why, Italians?
Very small people.
Irish?
Sure. The Italians were pretty, like, I was always taller than everybody. I felt like André in school.
You were Eleanor the Giant.
Yeah. Me and my friend Edie Caparelli were always in the back of the line because we were the two tallest.
How tall is she?
And we're both like 5'8",
6'3"?
5'9". No, we're both like regular. That's not terrible, but for a girl, I guess that's tall. So every guy I dated, I'd have to look down at them and be like, hi.
So the basketball teams are what? Like everyone's 5'8", 5'7"?
For the most part, there's like a random tall guy in every once in a while, but they're usually Irish.
All right. If you're going to play basketball, get out of Philadelphia.
I know. So I'm just saying that, but it doesn't mean they weren't good. We had some great ones.
You had Fresh Prince.
Yeah. Fresh Prince.
So they had to move to Bel Air.
But like I think of like Jimmy Bodie, those guys. He was pretty tall. I don't know how tall he was, but not that big. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he didn't
my
have
cousins
giantism.
No, but my cousins are like, the boys are like 6'4", 6'5". So we thought they were like giants.
Were they shunned?
No, they owned it.
Did
they
you
confidently walked around?
Did you like the
they
footage
still do.
Off the top of André wrestling in his heyday?
So good.
He had so many looks over the years.
He really
did. He had the Speedo, the blue Speedo, which was used. Then he had the black
singlet.
Yeah, but it's almost like a leotard because it's just
it's
one strap.
Material.
It's just one strap. Singlet's two straps.
Oh yeah, that's right. His was the cross. So his was like the Tarzan.
He had like one.
I always see it like that.
I think he had one nip out.
Always. Biggest man, smallest nips.
You're saying
they were very small. I was thinking about it. I was like, mine are bigger, and I'm.
Let's
see if you can get his nips up, but a singlet. Is it? Oh, I guess I've seen it two, and I've seen it one. I thought it's just always the same.
There it is. There's the unitard.
Right across the chest, just holding them together. Look at, look at those nips. I was gonna wear my hair curly, but I got this done.
He also swished his hair a lot.
Yeah, he's got real curly.
What's your favorite version of him? Do you like the big wild hair?
I'm sorry. Who's the woman there?
Where?
Right now, in the André the Giant. I was gonna wear a singlet like that.
Whoa.
Who's that? Who's that girl? Is that his baby mama?
This is mature
Mature
content. She's a
Hilarious.
hand over her boobie. How's that
wore it
mature?
better?
I think Andre wore it
Me
better.
too, because he has both arms down.
And he has both nips out.
He's not afraid to free the nipple.
He has both
By the
of
way,
them out.
on the way here on Fairfax and Sunset, there was a woman who was topless, obviously an advocate for free the nipple, jumping up and down and doing this with her tits. Fairfax and Sunset.
Was
if
she
anybody's
homeless?
Looking. I'm going to go with a strong yes. From the back, I didn't know it was a woman.
Okay,
So,
that's good. Good start.
Right. And she looked like she just lost a lot of weight, so there was a lot of stuff hanging.
Okay, even better.
But these were just, she was bouncing them up.
Were people inspired? Were
Yeah,
people
morning
joining?
traffic.
People joining the movement.
Sure. There people were, you see them looky-looing. And I was like, why is it so stopped up here? But everybody, was there an accident? Nope, just some lady whipping her tits out.
I used to, in my heyday as a delivery driver, I used to see a woman like that who would just sit on the street, and she lived right there, and she'd just be topless as like a political statement.
Oh, I love that. There was one lady in my neighborhood. She would lay on the ground in a skirt and then open her legs, and she's like, look at it.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, my God. And she goes, you know you want to. And I was like,
I mean,
I haven't seen her in a while. I miss her.
I hope she's okay.
I think she was just getting the sunlight in her vagina. That's
It's
like helps get vitamin D in.
Yeah.
It's better than an IV. If you open up, it goes right in the hole.
It's nature's castor oil. They say that Andre was born in Moline?
Yeah, you say it.
Small
You
village.
think I'm going to try to pronounce it?
Andre's brother wanted us to know that Andre was a beautiful baby.
I know, but he really was.
I think he was, because I think he was saying that like he didn't, his features weren't.
Nothing different than them,
Yeah.
but also when they showed the picture, he does have that sweet face. Andre, even though he's a giant, had that when he would smile, you would just melt.
He
Look at him. Oh, look.
there he is. I
Ew.
think the second one, I think. Is that him? They said he started getting.
Look at that face.
He started getting way bigger at
That
15.
yeah.
That's when it kicked in.
So this is, I forgot.
Which is
the
pretty.
name.
It's a bizarre life where you're like normal size, and all of a sudden,
All of a sudden.
you just
Because
become huge.
it's normal to sprout up around that time. Sometimes people are late bloomers,
Yeah.
but to keep going is frightening. Like my little brother Bobby, they always called him Soup Bone because he was so little. And then I think 11th grade, he just sprouted up.
How tall is he now? 5'5"?
I think he's 6'1" or
Whoa.
6 foot.
Look at him. That's.
But he was, he was like skinny, T90, and he had a big nose. He said he had to grow into his nose.
Did he?
You know, we both have big noses, but he doesn't really, you know.
I think he grew into it.
But he was so little, he grew into it. Yeah.
Andre,
Then he got big, and people would call him Free Willy, and that wasn't nice.
Jeez. Andre played rugby and soccer, and he'd go to the gym, and wrestlers took an interest in him to show him how to wrestle.
Yeah.
Some guy got hurt, so they give Andre a call, and he's like, I don't know what that. And they're like, you can do it. You're all right. So he went in, tried it out, and that was like how he got into the game.
He really, the whole time I was watching him, I was like, wow, he really looks like my friend David Rizzo. But if David Rizzo heard me say that, he'd be very upset. Well, only when he was the tall, thin, you know what I mean?
When he's young, he looks like he's proportionate.
Yeah. So he's normal looking.
And he wasn't heavy as a teen.
Right.
But he always looked older than his age.
But see, if that comes back up, that's my yearbook picture. Me ahead over every girl in the class. Way ahead. But just in height, not in academics.
Did you like the black and white footage of Andre training with what looked to be a child? It was a man. But it was like, you know what I'm talking about? He's just throwing the guy around. But he was like an acrobat almost.
Yeah.
He was like doing these weird
They looked
moves.
like ants, and he was just like getting them off. You know how like bugs coming at you, and he would just throw them.
Yeah, he would just hurl this small
So
little man
tremendous.
and do like come back at him and crawl up on him again.
Is that him right there? Oh my goodness.
Where, the right?
With the singlet. Right next. That's his daughter. Oh no, that's
that's
something.
the costume.
That's
Okay,
that looks like.
That's a baby costume, and
that
that's
Hasbulla?
adorable. Hasbulla wishes.
What's
that's
the
an
upright?
adorable costume.
Top right looks like Mama Fratelli meets Andre the
How
Giant.
dare you? Oh, that's different.
Is that Grandma the Giant? He originally went by Jean Ferrer, which means giant fairy.
Right, which is hysterical.
I don't get that. It was like a mythology to that. I didn't really understand that.
But it was
he was a lumberjack.
Yeah, but wasn't that a reference to that's usually the name, or that's what they call them in the in the woods, lumberjack?
I thought it was almost like a Paul Bunyan type
right.
thing of like a legendary.
Yeah, a mythical. Whatever.
I like he was chopping a tree, and this like guy comes up with a microphone
what if he just
and camera.
Did it with his hand?
He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I'm a lumberjack, but I'm looking to get into wrestling." The guy's like, "Oh, all right, cool."
He just standing there,
just hitting the tree. But they said he would chop trees down because he lived on a farm where he's from.
Sure. Plus,
imagine having him as a farmhand. He
needed to make furniture for himself.
I think he had two brothers. They showed two brothers.
Yeah. At one point, was there a sister?
I don't think so. He had a sister-in-law who was talking about him.
Oh, okay. Okay. But, yeah, his brother was real sweet, too. And they look alike, except for
the gray-haired brother looked like him, I thought.
Yeah. More regular sized, if you will. Look at him next to that security guard. Oh, my goodness. How cool would it have been to see him wrestle?
I can't remember if I did or not. I used to go to shows as a kid.
Oh, live?
I can't remember if I saw him, though.
I think you would remember, Jay.
I saw Hulk Hogan. I saw Macho Man.
See, you remember it.
Saw Ultimate Warrior. I don't think I saw Andre because he wasn't like a regular.
No, because Vince would pimp him out when he needed him.
Vince Senior, even though they don't have the same names, people say Vince Senior and Vince.
Yes.
Vince Senior is Vince McMahon that we know, who's around now still. That's his father.
Mm-hmm.
I love the 70s footage of they were showing like the territory wrestling, which was every place in the U.S. had their own wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But I like they were showing the little people that was big back in the day. Masked white guys, a lot of doughy physiques.
That's what my brother Bobby wanted to be, a midget wrestler.
And then he grew up.
Yeah, he really wanted to be a midget wrestler.
Well, he blew his dream.
But that's what I'm saying. Nobody bothered him, but they got mad at me when I wanted to be a male bodybuilder.
Well, neither of you achieved your goal.
That's true. None of our dreams came true, Bob.
Did you like the André the Giant wearing the brown tasseled vest?
Yes, that was tremendous. Because I was like, why? But I remember it so vividly. I don't know why.
It was like a suede.
Yeah.
With
also, Easy Rider, because I'm wearing mine. Look, I was going to wear it.
Yeah.
I still have it.
Similar look. Yours is a lot shorter, probably.
Okay, yes.
His is probably like a trench coat on most people.
Oh, my God, I would kill to have that. But I had to wear the same thing, but with the white under it.
Were you inspired by André the Giant?
Of course. Look, we had to wear jeans. I would have killed to wear that thing. Let my nuts just hang out.
Do you like this look of him with the big meat chop sideburns?
That's kind of cool. He really did just let his hair come in.
But he had the big, early on, he had the Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons, big wild hair.
Yeah.
But then he has
where it would go out, but he probably put product.
He has the tight Jufro late.
Well, they probably taught him product.
What do you mean, like a perm?
To hold it down, to calm it down.
Oh.
So it don't wedge out like that.
But I liked it when it was all wild and crazy.
But then he's like, people can pull it, and it looks cooler. I think it looks neater down, mat it down, if you will.
Vince McMahon Jr. says his dad built how people saw André as like an attraction.
That's what I mean. Pimped him out. If you needed to sell tickets in certain cities, that's your ticket.
Yeah, he was loaning them out to but they said because André was so huge, you couldn't use him regularly. People just wanted to see him sporadically.
Yeah.
And so Vince Sr. would be like, oh, you want him in Minnesota? All right. And then he goes there, and then he's traveling all around. The one-man circus.
Imagine traveling like that.
They talked about his travel.
It's crazy. It's all I could think about because I travel so much. Even when I see people that are just a little, slightly overweight, I'm like, oh, it's got to be just awful.
He's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Those are different planes, too, back then.
Right.
Did you like his fingers? They showed his hand next to the journalist hand. He had some serious sausage fingers.
And even the nails didn't look. There's the famous picture.
Well, him holding the beer is crazy.
Oh, yeah. Nothing.
That's a full beer kit. That's a real size.
It is. His nails just look like they're on there.
The nails are almost.
I don't know if they're growing. They just came with the hand.
The nails almost a quarter of that beer can. If you look at the size of it.
Look, I love him with Gene. that's Gene up top, right?
Mean Gene Okerlund, yeah. His hand next to his face.
It's so funny.
Imagine being slapped with
I
that
loved
thing.
how he would do that to people, like just cover their. That's his big joke. Yes, that's his big joke. Ew, it's a fully grown person.
Also, imagine
God
the
bless
germs.
him.
You're getting the palm right on your mouth and nose.
Oh, look at him in the airplane. We're jumping ahead,
there he
but
is.
Those are just folding chairs back then.
He looks so pissed. That's 2 chairs.
That
by the
looks
way.
like Spirit Airlines now.
Looks like he's in a lawn chair.
Exactly. Poor thing. 2 chairs, and his head's hitting. Oh man, that's insane.
They said André almost killed a woman, a lover, with his fingers.
Well, I thought of that because when they were talking about him being a ladies' man, I was like, oh, I hope they're tops.
those fingers
Not
are
going to be a good bottom.
He's got dildo fingers.
Yes.
Look at his hand next to the journalist.
Just use your fingers.
Look at this. Look at those things. That's a man's hand on a journalist.
Is it?
And then that's a giant
If you
hand.
look at it, you're like, are you a man?
It's like 5 times the size.
That's tremendous.
Look at his pinky fingers, way bigger than the guy's thumb.
Oh, yeah.
Way bigger.
Just use the pinky. You know how they say only the tip is in? Just use your pinky.
Those are some,
Don't put that in the stink. Sorry.
He'll kill you.
I'm a pig. I apologize. It's not even noon.
They said if André liked you, he was super nice to you.
Yeah.
But if André didn't like you, you were fucked.
And you know what?
Sounds like he could be a little ornery.
I like that. Well, what do you think? He's like fine with who he is? It's got to be so hard.
It's taxing.
His fucking organs are growing at a rapid pace,
and they're not going to stop.
No.
I think he knew. I think he always knew he wasn't long for the world.
You have to feel it. I mean,
and they said he was drinking heavy.
People die from kidney stones. Imagine a kidney stone. He'd be like, "That's nothing."
He had kidney rocks.
Boulders.
Do you think he had a large wang or a small wang or proportion wang?
Ric Flair, the
Ric
idiot,
Flair
talking about
definitely
it.
insinuating.
Hey, you know what I mean? What an idiot! I love you. You're a toddler-esque.
You think Ric Flair's an idiot? He thought that André had 2 hearts. He said for a long time.
2 rows of teeth, 2 hearts.
He's like, I thought
he did make shit up like that, and we would stare at him. I remember. They made shit up about him. Either the media did it or McMahon, like he said, his father would make up
Ric
shit.
Flair said, he's like, I'd always be looking at his teeth. I only see 1 row in there. He'd be like, in his mouth.
Open wide. What you say? Open, like trying to.
Seems
but
like
he believed
anything.
the 2 hearts forever.
Like, how does he do? Like a dentist? Does he even go? How do you get in that chair?
Well, he doesn't need it because he still has his baby teeth.
He does have tiny, for a giant.
Tiny nipples, tiny teeth.
He did have tiny teeth. His teeth didn't grow with the rest of them.
I hope his schlong wasn't tiny.
I think it could have been.
It's possible.
Look at him there.
Is that Jaws?
Look at those little tiny teeth.
Tiny teeth.
He does look like he has more teeth than the average person.
Sure.
Not 2 rows, but just more.
Weird because he has his gums are so big.
When he has a big mouth.
Yeah.
But the teeth don't really fit in there.
The teeth were just like, okay, I wonder if they just stayed, if they never fell out.
Can you
Is that
grow
weird?
up with baby teeth?
I don't know. Yeah, look at Jaws. Remember Jaws? Ain't that his name?
Jaws is a put compared to Andre.
Nah, he was scary looking, but he was no Andre.
Look, someone put veneers.
Someone put
veneers on him.
Yeah, look at that picture. Oh my God.
Look at him. He's a different guy.
Oh, he would be even scarier.
He would have been a lot happier, I think, with veneers.
No way. He wouldn't be able to eat.
He would have been able to eat. Look at him. He's Andre.
He's Andre.
Hulk Hogan, which you can't believe anything Hulk Hogan says. He's a very well-known liar.
Really?
There's stuff on the internet. He makes up like crazy claims.
He's an exaggerator, huh?
Not even that, like just lies.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a lot of people do. I've heard on podcasts.
Is it a lie that he uses the N-word when he's having sex with someone?
That's true, unfortunately, for Hulk.
Okay.
But so I'm saying anything Hulk says in here, you have to kind of take with a grain of salt.
Okay.
But he says Andre hated Macho Man Randy Savage.
And why do you think it's not true?
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying
Macho Man wasn't in it.
Just take into account that Hulk Hogan's a liar.
Oh, okay.
So there was footage, though, of Andre going a little, it seemed, aggressive with Macho Man.
It did. It was good.
He shoved his ass right into his face.
As a professional wrestler, I was like,
You're not
once a wrestler,
That's true.
always a wrestler.
That is true.
It's like being a Marine. How dare you?
It's more noble, in my opinion.
We're going to have to put some Easy Rider clips up here. I got some good ones. But yeah. So wait. So yeah, put his ass in his face. I wonder if it stunk. I mean, he can't reach. I'm just because
I'll give André this though. Pretty hairless guy. Like not a hairy ass.
Overall, yeah. No baby oil. I love
Look at his chest. Completely barren. I don't think that's shaved. He just had no hair on his chest.
That's what I'm saying. Everything was just growing oddly.
Smooth.
So maybe.
They said Macho Man would wear baby oil and he would scream at him about it.
Also, I think of like French men the whole time. They kept showing like where he grew up, and I was like, think of these little French men with like a scarf and their little croissant, and then he comes in while they're drinking their tea and eating a croissant. I mean, he would just
eats a baguette.
Yeah,
just
two of them for both hearts.
A sandwich. A baguette sandwich. Imagine the BO. French are known for their BO. André must have had.
I was thinking with the ass in Macho Man's face.
Ooh, yeah.
I wonder if that's why he does this. Yeah.
But he's pulling his hair.
His nose.
He slapped his chest super hard too.
Yeah, but you know, I did notice. I'm gonna say this because a professional wrestler, we always hit here. You notice he keeps hitting. He was hitting Hawk right here. That doesn't hurt. That's where we slap. It makes noise, but it doesn't hurt.
So you think he was trying to?
It's a little inside.
He was trying to be nice
for your wrestler fans. Yeah.
That doesn't even look like a real person right there. That picture.
Jesus, God bless him. The nipples are so fucking small. It's uncomfortable. It's poor thing. It's like somebody drew them on.
Look at the guy next to him. Looks like he's about to grab the nipple with his hand.
He might bite it.
He's staring at it. He's like, it looks delicious.
Is that Superfly? No, but he was always with Superfly too.
They said André did not like Big John Stud, which is a great 80s wrestling name.
I forgot about Big John Stud when he brought him out. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Big John Stud, he would climb over the top rope like André.
But that's disrespectful. That's like stealing somebody's bit. You just stole a bit. He deserved everything he got. Sorry, I'm on Andre's side.
So André was like, I'm the only giant here, and he got pissed.
Right,
and they said he would whip him in the ring all the time. And Vince McMahon says he saw Big John Stud like hurrying out, and he's like, what's going on? He's like, he's going to kill me. I got to get out of here.
He knew what he did. He knew what he did.
Yeah,
that guy's still alive. You know what you did.
He's dead. He's long dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I forgot about him. I liked wrestling growing up. You know what our favorite was? Of course, my brother Bobby loved André. And because Bobby was the big wrestling in our crew.
When you said he wanted to be big.
Right.
So
But no, he wanted to be a midget wrestler. But he loved André. But our other favorite was George the Animal Steel.
Oh, he was great.
That fucking guy?
I met him once.
No.
Yeah.
Killer.
At my college. He was just watching the basketball game.
Oh,
Look at that hair.
Now, he's the opposite of André. He's
Bald.
a hairball. None on the top. André had it on the top. He got it all on the body.
Yeah,
Holy shit. Yeah, he used to bite shit. We loved him.
He would eat the turnbuckles.
Yeah.
He looked kind of like that.
Is he from Boston?
I don't know where he's from.
Big Red Sox fan right there. He's got a Red Sox shirt on.
I met him in Florida.
Oh, okay. In college?
Yeah, he was just watching a basketball game with this guy, you know. I was like, are you George the Animal Steel? And he's like,
no.
Yeah, I swear. Because he just looked like a normal guy. He was just he was older. I was like,
oh, Detroit, yeah.
I was like, look at this guy.
When they were coming up with names for André, they were going to call him the Polish Giant.
Well, they did call him
racist that. Shit. I was like, God damn,
in different regions,
how racist wrestling is.
In different regions, they had different names for him.
It's not that racist. I was playing white trash.
Some of it's pretty racist. There he is. Is that him with Macho Man over there, or the right next to the red Speedo? Yeah.
Oh,
look at that hand just engulfing the face
and just yelling at him. Just
you piece of shit.
And that's him with. Is that Vince interviewing him? Jesus, he looks so big.
And Vince isn't a small guy.
No.
That was there was a cartoon show called I forget what it was called, but I used to watch it on Saturdays, and he was wearing that sort of outfit on the show.
Oh, really? Oh,
André the Giant. It was like André the Giant, Hulk Hogan, Junkyard Dog, Roddy Piper.
Junkyard Dog, yeah, I remember him.
Iron Sheik.
Imagine, where do you, like, you go to big and tall, but do you go to bigger and taller?
You go to big, tall French. It's specific.
Oui.
He doesn't want to look like an American. He should have worn.
Sometimes when he's talking to them, like, it's so hard to understand. And then, what's this? Rock and Wrestling.
That's the show.
I'm sure that's what.
I used to watch that on Saturday morning.
I was going to say, I remember this show for sure. But I don't like cartoons. I prefer the regular wrestling.
Look at Captain Lou Albano with his
Yes,
gut out.
the
Iron
best.
Sheik.
The Sheik.
They said Andre got pissed at the Sheik. He said he got tired of his mouth.
But he was such a shit talker. Even when he would come to the Comedy Store, this piece of shit yelling out.
Andre,
I loved,
how
but
would
at
he
the same
step
time.
on people without it hurting? He would step on people with both
Yeah,
feet.
it's hard to pull back on that.
How do you do that?
That was his signature thing. And I mean, I wonder if people were like, he broke my ribs.
He
'Cause
did it
you
to Iron
can't-
Sheik, and Iron Sheik like rolled out. It looked like he was in pain, but it's hard to tell what's real, what's not.
He's crushing my ribs. Yeah, look at me. The Sheik in cartoon is great.
Did you like his movie appearance as a Sasquatch in $6 Million
So
Man?
funny. So I didn't. I've never seen that. I remember the $6 Million Man. Like, I guess it was in.
Look at him there.
But that guy goes, that's before CGI.
Look at this costume. Why is the hair everywhere but his cheeks?
Yeah, that is
Like, it looks like a
odd.
beard.
He's in blackface, and wait, that's more him with Lee. What's his name? Yeah, what's that guy's
Lee
name?
Majors?
Yeah, that I remember it. I was like, I know that name. I know it.
How do you think Andre smelled in that outfit, in the Sasquatch costume?
I think he smelled just like Sasquatch. Unbelievable. And he was so good. Like, he was so cute.
He is
running
he's
through.
a lovable Sasquatch. He pulled the tree up. He ripped the tree out.
Of course. They were like, he's like, I'm not doing the lumberjack thing anymore. I'm just taking them from the root.
I liked
He
Arnie.
pulled it like a weed.
Arnie Schwarzenegger's story. They were out to dinner, and Arnie's like, "I got the bill," and Andre got pissed, and he's like, "I got it," and then Andre just picked up Arnold out of his seat and placed him like up high on something,
on an arm wire
like
or something, however you say that. And for some reason, my friend called. I'm not gonna tell you his name, but I'll just do it. I remember that guy.
Did he like
He
it?
put Arnold Schwarzenegger on.
He knew the story.
Yes, he did.
Really?
And very impressive, because Andrew doesn't. He didn't come see me wrestle because he said I was going to hurt my woman parts.
That is a concern for
Is it?
people who love female wrestling. They say that's why he doesn't get the numbers.
He wouldn't bring his kids. He goes, "You're going to hurt your female parts. I'm not coming."
What, he doesn't want them to see that?
I don't know if he thought they were going to shoot out into the audience. Or that'd be amazing. Like, you do a front flip, you do a bump or something, not the good kind of bump, a different one, and all of a sudden your uterus shoots out
Into the crowd.
Yeah, and somebody
catch
catches it. Can you sign my uterus?
That'd be cool.
That'd be amazing.
Did Andre ever go to the Comedy Store that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Those
but
chairs
for
would
some
not
reason,
support him.
No
No way.
I remember Shaquille O'Neal coming in, and we gave him 3 chairs.
He brought a recliner. He just drags it into the room.
I remember his legs like they put him at a table, and he was just going through it, and I was like, move him over, like the waitresses, we had to like jump over him. It was a sin.
It was a
he's
fire hazard.
Yeah, but it's Shaq. He was also underage. Anyway.
Allegedly. It gets to the point where Vince McMahon Jr., even though he's not a junior.
Yeah. Well, wait. Before you say this, I forgot to say one more thing that my friend told me.
Sure.
Because he heard this, and I told him I was going to call him.
What about Two Hearts?
He said he was a cross-dresser. Actually, he called him transgender.
Andre?
I know.
What?
And then he goes, no. He goes, yeah, he was one of them.
What?
And I go, no. And then I go, first of all, you mean cross-dresser, because he said he had dresses in his. And he goes, he idolized Shirley Temple.
What?
I don't know where he's getting
No
this
one's
information.
ever said that about André
I said
the
I'm
Giant.
watching the whole. I said I'm going to call you, and you're going to
What?
talk about where you got this information.
What?
And he said, if you can get me on the phone, fine.
What? There's
no evidence anywhere. I Googled it. It's not a real thing. He's crazy. He made it up.
You imagine the size of the dress? I don't think they even make dresses that big.
He's using the curtains like Sound of Music.
What would he wear? A bedsheet?
Going with the wind.
He's 7 feet tall.
Vivian Lee.
They claimed he was 7'4", which was bullshit. That's a wrestling number.
Yeah, he's 7 foot.
I think I mean, which is still huge, obviously, but he wasn't 7'4".
That's interesting. What made them say 7'4"?
Wrestling, it's all about the hyperbole of like, he's the biggest.
Of course. But even if he said 7 foot, that's still big. A 7 foot giant.
You imagine him.
Why 7'4"?
Imagine him in lingerie.
Like, how tall is Shaq?
Like 7 feet, I think, or 7'1" maybe.
7'1", yeah. Okay.
But that's also a basketball height. That might be a little inflated.
Whoa.
Not a ton, but might be.
Well, you think the extra one is the ego? I think there's more ego than that.
It could be. I don't know. All of those heights, though, are exaggerated.
Interesting. Okay.
So Vince said, this is where Vince says ladies really loved André the Giant. and it comes, like you said, of Ric Flair just being a complete idiot, being like, he had a size 24 ring and size 24 shoes. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he kept inflating the size of his shoes, size of his ring. I'm like, all right.
Was Rick speaking from experience? Did he see his hog in the showers?
He may have. Why did he say the ring is 27 inch or something? I'm like, a cock ring or arm? I don't know what you're saying. Like,
did they shower, do you think, in the communal shower, or is it?
I never even thought of that, Jeff.
You imagine going to a shower, it's like Hulk Hogan, André the Giant, all these different guys.
So gross.
Why is it gross?
I don't know.
What does he use for a towel, by the way?
Whatever is around.
Because anything, like nothing, they said.
It's a washcloth. Like a regular towel is a washcloth.
They said nothing was built for, like, I have problems in some hotels with, like, the thing, the shower head being, like, way too low for me. He's 7 feet. I'm 6'3". He's 7 feet tall. I can only imagine.
He just has a waterfall.
I'd be scared he would break through the tub.
You don't have that fear anyway?
Not me. Well, I mean,
I do.
You do?
Always.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I always have this fear that I'm going to be showering and it's just going to fall through.
My old apartment.
Nobody else? I'm the only one? Yeah. Damn it.
My old apartment, there was a guy who lived above us who was like, had to be close to 4 bills.
Okay.
And our apartments were identical, so his bathtub was right above our bathtub. And in there, I was always concerned it was just going to come crashing down on my head. And when there was an earthquake, I think he would get scared. I don't know what he would do, but we would always hear the same sound.
Oh my!
It sounded like a cannonball. I think he would do like a running like dive or something, or like a forward roll. Like you would hear like do.
No, that was just walking. Those were just steps.
It was very loud to be underneath. I'll say that.
That's crazy. But I always have that fear every time I get in the shower that I'm just gonna fall through. And
it's a weird fear.
Maybe
has it ever happened to you?
No, but maybe it's because of like right now I'm seeing the tub that we had growing up, and it was always problems. And
wasn't it a paper mache?
The wall was kind of beaten out. You could see through to the hallway. You know what I mean?
That was for your brothers.
Well, yeah, for my brothers. They're people. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm sure somebody got thrown through it. That's why it was there. But it was, or something. I can't remember what it was. Maybe fixing the pipes. You couldn't afford it, so they tried to do it themselves. I don't know. But it was always there, and it always gave me anxiety.
So now you're scared you're going to fall through.
I don't know. I guess that's where
maybe someday you will.
Yeah.
We'll
see. We'll see.
André, I love the drinking stories.
There's still time.
André's
the drinking stories. Marron.
Well, what do you do? Like, if he goes to a bar, he just orders 100 beers?
Well, I mean, most people get a 6-pack. He had to get a case.
They said he would get 24.
Yeah.
They said he would drink cases of wine, like 10 bottles of wine.
Crazy. So a bottle of wine has what, four glasses in it?
I think so, yeah.
With a cheating restaurant, 4 glasses in it. We used to, they only fill it to.
Yeah.
They'd leave a lot of room but yeah, it's only 4 glasses, but still.
So is he?
It's a lot.
I'm assuming obviously because he's so big, it's hard.
He drank it like grape juice, like it wasn't.
But I think he's also an alcoholic too. It's the combo.
He said it was his medicine. It was. It would you know, he had a lot of pain, obviously. His spine was just growing at a rapid pace. I can't even imagine that.
He was self-medicating.
And then he's jumping around.
His nipples are staying the same size. Teeth are shrinking.
It's so funny.
Ric Flair claims, and I think a lot of these are exaggerated, but who knows? He said he saw him drink 106 beers.
Oh,
they said a homeless guy would just wait, and he would grab the cans. That's a good day's work. 106 cans? Just right done.
I wait for Andre.
A lot of these wrestlers do like to drink and party, but I imagine if you went out with them, you'd be like, if you tried to even close to keep up, you'd be dead.
How could they even like a little bit keep up with them? Like if I go out with, if I have more than 2 drinks, clothes are off, it's a problem. I always say that I either fight everybody in the room or fuck everybody in the room.
Or both.
Either way, it's a problem.
They said Andre would hit
casualties.
He would hit an 8-foot bong.
Yeah, an 8-foot. No.
No, but I'm sure the weed would be the same thing for him. What if he had no weed tolerance whatsoever?
Tremendous.
He would do cocaine. He would do huge Tony Montana-sized bumps of coke.
Whoa. I wonder if he did coke. He didn't say.
They didn't say if he partied
because
like that.
The alcohol was his nursing.
When I think he was kind of a depressed guy, so it's a depressant.
Imagine him being like, "I'm staying in today."
Well, Mean Gene Okerlund claimed
Your
that
bed is not comfortable. I know it.
They claimed he would cry like publicly about people being mean to him. I was like, is that true?
By the way, how dare people not, 1, know him when he's walking through an airport, 2, talk shit about him, make fun of him.
Like, look
Wouldn't
at that.
you be
Look at that
mesmerized
freak.
and be like, cool.
Well, they said all the ladies were like, ooh, look at that.
Maybe it's because I'm a girl. I'm like, oh,
look at
look
Andre.
at all that blazer.
Look at it.
That is
look at that hair.
A blanket
look
as
that,
a blazer.
Look at that nappy French hair. Beautiful.
I want to. Remember when he put the jacket on Gene?
Yeah.
And he just looked like
a little kid.
Munchkin.
They get into Andre's BFF, Tim White. He was a merchandise guy, and he would set up the arenas, and then he hit it off with Andre. He became his handler.
Whoa.
Tim White had a great Boston accent. I think he may be from New Hampshire.
It was tremendous. I kept writing that down.
He's like, Andre had a great sense of humor, a little warped.
A little warped. And I
what?
loved his spiky hair now.
He looks like Frank
his
Fritz
spiky hair,
from American Pickers. Do you know who that is?
But you brought him up before.
He looks like
I remember this.
Tim White became a referee after his time with Andre, became a WWE referee. There it is.
Oh.
Because Andre died, so I think he needed a gig.
Yeah. Wait.
He started crying when he talked about Andre's death. Oh, he's from Rhode Island.
I did hear it in there though.
He started crying, and he's like, "There's no crying in wrestling."
Himself?
No, I think that's like a thing he did. Did he die?
No, it just said lunch. If you go up a little, what does it say?
I think that's like a.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, some
lunchtime suicide. Yeah, it's like
some
a
sort
thing.
of show he did.
Okay.
But yeah, so
I got nervous. I was like, wait, what?
So he started rolling with Andre everywhere.
Yeah. But I loved when they would try to sneak in the green room, and he's like, no.
They said this guy's like, oh, I've been working there for a bit.
It's not even a door. It's just like
I like the footage of Andre being like, get the fuck out. He said, like, get the fuck out. I was like, whoa.
Can you imagine hearing that? Get the. Oh, my God.
That accent.
But also the whatever you call that.
The bass?
Yeah, the bass. I couldn't think of it.
All about that bass. No treble. This is my favorite part, speaking about bass. And it's going to be your favorite part, too. Andre's love of farting.
This is such a man thing. I'll just be quiet for the rest of this while Jeff laughs for 30 minutes. And every guy listening hears the word fart and falls down.
You don't think it's funny?
So mindless. Farting is just so fun to you. Putting it in your hand and throwing it in someone's face.
You don't think it's funny that like 5 different adult males were talking?
Look at he can't even get drums out. I'm farting.
No, but they were talking.
Toddlers.
These idiots were on documentaries talking about a guy farting. Like they're like, all right, we need you to sit down.
You can't even say it with a straight face.
It's funny.
It's unbelievable.
This guy's a huge ogre of a man, and they said
You think he doesn't have farts? You think everybody farts?
But they said he had legendary farts of a giant.
Yeah, he has legendary organs in there pushing it out.
Mean Gene's like, Oh, Andre making a fart? It's like I've never heard that phrase. It's like big man, big fart.
Everybody was talking about. Everybody had an impression of it, like it was another person.
It sounded like an '80s car starting. It was like. Brr, 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 brr. That was Hulk Hogan. That was Hulk Hogan. It was a great part.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew you were excited about
Another great part is that Andre couldn't shit in an airplane bathroom.
Oh, yeah. He had to go in a bucket. And then they would close the curtain. Imagine you're on a flight, and they're like, we have to close the curtain. And you're like, what's that noise? Are we landing?
When he walked on a plane, do you think it would, like, throw it off balance a little?
Is that turbulence?
Because he would be like Andre, get it to the middle.
He's taking a shit in a bucket.
You imagine being the flight attendant who's in charge of holding that curtain, standing there.
And then has to dump it.
I didn't tell you, but I went to an auction years back.
Bought the bucket. Ew, Jeff!
I got Andre's shit bucket right here.
I want to know why I didn't even see that when I came in.
Do you want to stick your head in?
I don't want to. Ew, Jeff. That's dirty.
Yeah, it's a shit bucket from U.S. Airways.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. I got this for $10,000.
What if they sold buckets that size, Andre would fart in them, and they would close the lid real quick? Here's Andre's fart. Every man would buy one.
A girl on 90 Day Fiancé sold her farts online, and people were buying them.
Stop it.
I'm serious.
Stop watching that
This girl named Steph. I took this to Antique Roadshow. This was appraised that I got a good deal. It's worth $25,000.
Get that shit bucket away. You're putting your hand in it. Get it away. Why did you bring that?
It's Andre's shit bucket. I thought it made sense.
Somebody's missing a bucket.
Tell your friend that he didn't.
This is the fart lady?
No, this is the video. Well, yeah, it is. Oh, she said she stopped selling the farts because she had gastro problems. Well, she was eating too much fiber to get the farts flowing and said it hurt her. She shouldn't have been in the hospital.
She's doing broccoli and Metamucil shots.
Yeah, just
to try to get more.
And
farts.
Who would buy a fart of this lady? There she is.
You would buy an Andre fart. You bought a shit bucket
for $10,000. It was a sizable investment.
$10,000. Your kids are trying to sell it to get in college. Fucked up, Jeff.
They're like, someone signed this in crayon. Looks like it may have been your father. Do you think anyone does own an Andre shit bucket?
Maybe one.
Why did the plane, by the way, have a bucket? What is it, like a champagne bucket? What was it?
Yeah, because they were like, "Hey, can you hurry
up? They're like, "Oh shit, Andre's coming! Get the bucket!
Hurry up! We have to put some champagne in there for first class."
Do you think the handler would go back and be like, "Look, this guy's not fitting in the back," like to talk about that, or does Andre say like, "Hey, excuse me, I have to shit in this bucket"? Because obviously, like, it wasn't known.
Part of me was thinking that, like, when he was doing this, they close the curtains and he just has to pee, so he has to whip out that garden hose.
And then there's a lot of splashback.
And
What if they had to they're like, we need another bucket. Hurry up. He's filling it.
I need an extra person to hold this to reach.
Well, then his handler, the guy Tim, said that they would have to empty the shit bucket into the toilet.
That's what I mean. That's going to clog everything up. Whew. That's going to crash the plane.
That's a rough day at the office.
Oh, just hope he didn't eat a lot before he got off the plane. I don't know. He ate a big, like...
big like buffet breakfast.
Yeah, like had everything, and then
when he's all hungover, so it's probably like
did like a little bump of cocaine. That's a cocaine shit. Could be worse than an André the Giant shit.
He should have just worn a diaper, world's largest diaper, which I don't think they make in that size. Do they?
They can make anything for him.
Well, you could do a sheet probably, just tie it like a toga.
Right there, he looks not good. Like
where there?
Yeah,
I think that was shortly before he died.
Yeah, his eyes.
Those mutton chops are some of the best mutton chops in the history of the world.
It sucks because like everything you could see, obviously, it's so gargantuanly big. It's just
crazy. He only died.
He looks swollen there.
He only died at 46, where he looks like he's like a 60-year-old man. Like
it sucks. You're like, oh my God, he was only 46.
Like there, he's under 46 years old,
Right.
which is shocking.
Right.
Because
But
there he
even
looks
when
like
he was young, like that one's a little with the wide hair. That was like in the beginning.
He only ever looked
yeah, that's
young.
with the giant. I forgot his name now.
Big John Stud. He only
Thank
ever
you.
looked young when he was in his teen years. It was like
That
the
was
only
it.
time he really ever looked
And then
young.
it like Benjamin buttoned.
Then he went, into like instant, like 50 to 60-year-old man. Look at him there at the bar, just wanting that medicine right next to the Hawaiian shirt or whatever the shirt that is.
They were like, "Fuck, get everything out."
There he
Andre's
is.
coming
Oh, look at
in.
that tiny little wine glass. Why don't they just give him the bottle? He's gonna
And a
drink
straw.
it.
Look, oh my God, I didn't even notice that.
It's tiny.
You know, my dad and my brother Jimmy have big hands, and unfortunately, Jimmy passed them on to his daughter. But and his hands, and my dad's are like that, but obviously not that big, but fat fingered like that, where the nails just look like they're.
Well, he was doing
know if
with me and Jeannie had the mic, and it looked like a Bob Barker mic, even though it was a
Oh,
normal
yeah.
size mic. It looked like a little
It
tiny
looked
mic.
like a little pin.
He'd be a great comic with just dwarfing the mic stand and the mic.
Oh my God.
A huge comic like that.
Tremendous.
He should have done stand up. Hello, everybody.
Him and Piper, killer.
Piper and Tupper, old school comedy store duo.
Let's replace them with Piper and Giant.
Andre bought a ranch in North Carolina because it reminded him of in a town of like 900
Interesting.
people.
Yeah, it did look like
It did look like his remote French village. And people said he loved it because he could like move where no one bothered him. He could go wherever he wanted, like the small town store, strip club. They didn't say that.
Insane.
Did you like him riding the three-wheeler?
The trike. Yeah, killer. Just driving around town with his like the shorts that don't fit. I don't know if they were.
He was wearing like athletic, like.
Yeah, I was like, maybe he just likes. They were underwear. Oh, that one he's dressed.
There
Look at
that's-
that man. Looks so little.
That's
next to him.
Princess Bride right there. Fezzik. Look
Oh,
at him on
okay. Did he keep the trike? Was that like his?
Maybe he brought it.
Scooter.
That looks
like
like a
rascal
riding lawnmower.
Oh my God.
That thing looks like it's struggling to get up that tiny incline. It's not even a hill.
Oh man.
Things like. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one with him and the family in black and white down there. I was like, what are that? I guess they're regular shorts, but they just look. So
But imagine
little on
those
him.
shorts on
Look
like
at
a
Robert
normal sized
Plant.
person.
I didn't know he hung out with him.
It seemed like the lady kind of had a fling for had something for Andre. This
No,
woman.
I think they genuinely were
They just
both
liked
a
him.
good couple, and because they were a couple, right?
You don't think they were swinging? Yeah, they were.
I mean,
These
they
two.
definitely look like they swing, but you don't swing with a giant. That's not.
Why? Because you'll lose. You can swing off his giant hog.
Nobody wants to see a giant going into their wife.
Ric Flair, it seemed like he was interested.
Ric Flair would have let it happen with a strange woman, but not his wife.
he had,
just to
he
see
had
it.
5 wives. Maybe that's what happened with some of them.
Insane.
I want to sell a moped to André the Giant, or not a moped,
You didn't buy the trike,
an ATV.
so that was his rascal scooter.
No,
that he
I only
around it.
I only got the shit bucket.
Get that bucket down.
Just stick your head in it.
Stop. That's probably why my tongue's swollen. It's gross.
Andre, they say this seems hard to believe, but he didn't realize he had giantism until like way late in his life.
Yeah, they like I wrote the name down, but I forgot.
Acromegaly.
Yeah, there it is.
But I think he broke his ankle, and the doctor's like, "Yeah, you have all this, like you have giantism." And the doctor claims that they could have like slowed it down and prolonged his life, and he said, "No, it may hurt my career."
Well, he would have like it wouldn't been able to shrink him, would it have?
No,
you think?
he's like, we
But-
couldn't reverse it, but we could have slowed it a little bit, and like made him lengthened his life. And he said, "No, I'm good. I want to drink hard." Yeah, it says Letterman. He was on Letterman.
Yeah, he was on Letterman.
He's like, "Can
in
I
my
make
heart,
you
I'm
some
thinking,
mimosas?"
Like, what if he did it and he got to grow up to be an older man? He would have been in a million movies.
But if you're that height, there's no way you're gonna live. And then weight. Usually people don't live that long.
Basketball players,
It's hard though.
football players.
They
so?
die younger usually.
No, they used to.
It's hard for the blood to pump
somebody
all
came
that.
in the league and changed all the rules.
Sad part is he had a daughter.
He just avoids it. Yes, he did.
He had a daughter on the West Coast, and he didn't really see her.
Mm-hmm. But she seems sweet and like kind of. But imagine like if you're pregnant and you're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna give birth to a giant. What, you know what I mean? Like, because they didn't know, he didn't know he had giant. He didn't know what it was. So you're gonna give birth to somebody and a little girl. What if the girl had that?
It sounds like her mom and him were both like, we don't want you around like wrestling.
But I hope that yes, I get that. But I hope that someone, is she tall? No, but
Doesn't look it. No.
That if he found out later in life, someone checked her to make sure, because they could have done the preventative stuff.
Robin Roussimoff. Imagine dating André the Giant.
Robin, right.
It says she's 6 feet tall. Is that real?
Oh, okay. So she may have traces of it.
Imagine
like
dating André the Giant's daughter. You'd be like, "Who's your dad's André the Giant?"
You know who my father is? My father will come over there and squash you.
I'm like, oh, I have a shit bucket. I bought it.
That's so gross. She's sweet.
I should get her to sign.
Does she live in North Carolina now?
I should get her to sign the bucket.
Oh, 79.
Says she lives in Seattle.
Oh,
I could just go up to Seattle, get her to sign my shit bucket at a book signing or something.
She would be thrilled. You should do that.
She's Christian.
Yes, she is. Got a problem with that?
They have her weight listed on here, which I'm sure she loves.
Who has her weight lift? Oh, my God.
I don't know. I don't think it's accurate, but this site does it for some reason.
Fucking idiots.
She's not like an athlete. She's a regular person. Leave Rob. Whoa, there's a picture of her boobies on the screen.
Oh, my God. I'm not even going to say it.
What?
Nothing.
She has his nips?
Nope.
Oh.
I thought that was somebody's behind.
You thought it was an ass?
Yeah, because when you scroll up and you only, go down a little, right there, down yet more. So the top, you see, I thought it like went into somebody's midsection.
A little bit.
I'm sorry.
Did you like the reason why they called Hulk Hogan, his last name?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either, representing the Irish.
But again, you can never trust Hulk Hogan. I don't know if I believe him.
Yeah, but they do that. Back then it was so racist.
But it was every ethnicity had like their own.
Absolutely.
Bruno Sammartino was the Italian.
20 years ago when I was wrestling, we were white trash. We had Slam Dunk, which is a black girl that played basketball.
You guys were the MAGA tag team.
Right. If you look up Caged Heat and Harley's Angels, it was a black girl and a Puerto Rican girl, and they broke out of prison to fight us. There they are, my favorites. Shout out to Cher and Jawan Dees, my favorites to wrestle with. We used to have so much fun, but look how crazy that is. They broke out of prison.
But so no one was looking for them, even though they were appearing on TV?
Nobody.
Wow.
They were wrestling. There I am. Right up there.
And it's odd they broke out of prison but kept their orange jumpsuits.
Look
they didn't
at that
think to
face.
wear
See, me and Andre have the same outfit.
It looks like you're with Andre right there in the middle.
How dare you? That's my Peggy. We lost her a few months ago.
Rest in peace to Peggy. Why does she have a snake on her tights?
You rather mess with a rattlesnake.
That's
than
why?
Mess with Thug. Her name was Thug.
Who's the lady with the pool cue?
That's Charlie Davidson. Shout out to Charlie.
She looks tall, is she?
Charlie Davidson. We're about the same height.
She's on an incline, though, I think, and you're on the...
We're coming down the ramp.
So I think she's higher up on the ramp than you.
But R.I.P. to my girl Peggy.
Did you go to the service?
She was my favorite. I did not.
Why?
It was in Georgia.
Was Caged Heat there?
Good question. Cher may have gone. I don't know.
Was Slam Dunk there?
Probably not. But Selena was. Selena was our. They were best friends. But Selena and Selena Majors, you could look her up, and Peggy Lee Leather. They by the way, that's me getting thrown out of the ring there. How embarrassing. So look at Selena, the great Selena Majors. Selena, they were our trainers. So you see Peggy and Selena wrestling right there, and me trying to get in on the side.
Do you think you're more known as a comic or as a wrestler?
I don't know. It's a tough call. But
Look
lumberjack.
at Selena dressed like an American gladiator. Look at you. You're on the outside.
Thug was the lumberjack as well. André the Giant-ish. She was big. She was tall.
Her name was Thug Lumberjack?
I guess.
What kind of lumberjack is a thug? What is that? It's an odd crossover.
We just called her Thug and Peggy. And
did you travel? Oh, no, all your gigs were in Inglewood.
We did. We were doing it on TV. We were first going to do it in Primm, Nevada. And then we did it here at the Forum in Inglewood, which was kind of exciting because we were training, like the LA Sparks were training. And it was when Lisa Leslie was on them, and Michael Cooper was their coach. So it was like a big deal, you know.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Yeah, because the Lakers had already moved over to the Staples Center.
Who was the biggest woman in this organization?
Slam Dunk would be the tallest.
How tall?
Oh, shit. Now, and we're friends on Facebook, so how dare me forget her name, but it's not coming to me right now.
There's a lot of slam dunks online.
Oh, shit. But I would say she was like about 6'2".
It says 6'2" right there. Masashi Kawada.
No.
That's not her? Someone else?
But she was slam dunk while women are wrestling. There she is down there with the basketball.
Because why wouldn't you hold the basketball if that was you?
Famisha. Right. That's her name. Yeah, because we follow each other. She's awesome.
Famisha Jones-Millman. The
married name. But yeah, she's. Whoa, what is this?
This is her OnlyFans.
No, it ain't. Not my Famisha. She was the sweetest. But it was weird, like how, you know, silly, you know, racist it gets.
Look at that shitty basketball logo on her shoulder. It's not even a real tattoo.
None of our tattoos were real. I had Easy Rider on.
So what, they would just do them before the shows?
Yeah. How dare you, Jeff?
Andre had no tattoos.
You know, when Andre was in getting his ankle surgery, they showed like his foot up with the cat. Sorry about my big feet. I got big feet. And his toes were out of the cast, and they looked like Barney Rubble on steroids.
They were bananas.
Like Fred Flintstone-y. You have to see. First of all, that's the foot, like after the surgery. But when it was in the cast at the doctor's office, oh, there it is.
Look at those toes.
They look gigantic.
It wasn't in this, but I've heard about. I think I've read some books about Andre too. When they had to like figure out how to put him under with anesthesia.
Oh yeah, what with two hearts? What do you do?
When the size alone, and so they're like, how many drinks does it take? And like they're like, oh wait, like. So they were trying to figure out the anesthesia, because how do you knock out a guy this size?
Fuck. He's
without
like,
killing him?
Just give me wine and you do it.
I think he just grabbed the mask from the guy. Like, whoa, easy. Yeah, he just got passed out on.
Yeah, because he can't take a Tylenol to feel better. He's got to take a bottle.
At least.
You know? Like, that's insane.
Look up André the Giant tattoos. People have to have him tattooed on
Oh, I bet.
His hand on your ass.
Oh, look at that.
Look at those.
That's a cool one right there. He's sitting on the world, or is that a fart?
He's taking a shit. He's shitting on the world.
That's the bucket. He's shitting in the bucket. It's a shit bucket.
Oh, you want the bucket?
No.
Look, here it is.
Don't bring up You know what? Farts and shit buckets, and my brothers, this is what they would do. They would go, come here. I'd run in the bathroom, and they just wanted to show me how long the shit was that they took. Why? Yeah.
Why not? They're proud of their work.
It's gross.
I guess there's a whole André the Giant tattoo world out there.
Jesus. That's like paparazzi.
It's a weird, like, abstract.
Pavarotti, right?
He looks like a clown.
That's insane.
And
look at
Mean
Gene looks like I mean, I guess that's artsy, but that's
he looks like
freaky.
a marionette.
Yeah, I don't like that one. What
if you meet the man of your dreams?
Okay.
He disrobes and he has this tattoo of André the Giant. That's
the
huge.
nipples are so accurate in this one. It's great.
So he has this tattoo of André and Hulk Hogan nose to nose on his chest, but it's huge. Would that be a deterrent?
No, that would be. Are you kidding?
Turn on?
That's right up my alley.
Okay, good.
Hey.
Hey, if anybody out there you want to Get it. It started now getting into like the rise of Hulkamania. And like kind of
Right.
I didn't really like though because it was like I know that story already. Like I know.
Right. It did. It all of a sudden it took a turn. Like we're just going to talk about the Hulk now, but
and into his career, like instead of it, I liked stuff about his life more than I liked the stuff about Andre's career.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know it. I mean, I saw the WrestleManias.
But like I felt like it like took away a little from Andre. I was like, wait, what are we doing? Because it went from like Rocky and Princess Bride into just. Or was that after? But
no, that was not right around here.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan had, and I think when he was in Minnesota, he had like an arrow almost. Like
because
shaved his chest hair.
Yeah, when he was what he was trying to say, I think, was when he was in Rocky, and why it took the turn. Like it built wrestling. Even
Wrestling
higher.
like exploded. Yeah.
Yeah, it made them even more of a household name.
And it was building up of like the big match was Hulk Hogan versus Andre was like how this was going to end.
Sure, which is such a great thing that Vince did.
I love the Princess Bride stuff because I love the movie Princess Bride. The book I read as an adult, great book. William Goldman did both. Mm-hmm. In William Goldman, they said wanted Andre, wrote it for him. And Rob Reiner.
That was great.
They interviewed Rob Reiner and Billy Crystal because he was in scenes with Andre in the movie. And Rob Reiner's like, I had him audition. I couldn't understand a word he said. He's like, but he was perfect. What am I going to do? I got to cast.
Next time I audition for Rob Reiner, I'm going to be, I can't even think of it. But I'm not.
Just take a shot of like Novocaine.
Inaudible.
Just do Novocaine into the mouth.
You're perfect.
Look up Rob Reiner in a Speedo.
Whoa.
Some reason I saw that on Twitter. I was like,
Shut
what?
up.
I'm serious. He's in the maroon Speedo. Why is he wearing a Speedo?
Oh, shit, meathead. No.
Why is he in a Speedo?
Maybe it was the... Oh, come on.
What's he doing?
Look at the one from the back.
Why is he in a Speedo?
At the ass crack out. You think he did it as a goof?
I don't think so, but why is he doing that? Oh, he's an André the Giant tattoo on his calf.
That'd be hilarious. He has a tattoo?
I guess. But the Speedo is more of alarming.
Oh, man. And it's
Why?
tight. And he's, ugh.
Why is he in the maroon Speedo?
Oh, my God. At least wear the singlet.
Is he in Europe? Like, what's the occasion on this? Very.
Rob.
I just happened to see this online, seriously, like the other day.
I did meet him and his dad at the Comedy Store.
Was he in a Speedo?
No, he was not. Who's that?
That's Fred
Tommy
Durst.
Lee looking at him
Fred Durst is
like,
like, what's up, man? Looks like Reiner's going to fight that guy.
Yeah.
In his Speedo.
Had to be done.
Ugh.
Caption that photo. That is so funny.
Would you date Rob Reiner or Carl Reiner?
Yes, Carl.
You would date Carl.
Yeah. What was his album? The 2,000-year-old man?
I think that's his age.
Him and Mel Brooks?
Currently. He passed away, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think so.
He was Mel Brooks' BFF. Mm-hmm. Mel Brooks was heartbroken about it.
But yeah, they sat in the kitchen with Mitzi, and Mitzi talked to them forever.
Oh, I remember you guys.
Oh, hey, how are ya? They sat right on the white couches back there.
They had a threesome.
Kind of cool.
I saw Princess Bride in the theater.
Really?
Yeah.
So gay.
What do you mean?
I'm kidding. I don't know. I just...
Stop that rhyming. I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? One of his famous lines. Fezzik, are there rocks said? If there are, then we'll all be dead.
I remember that coming out.
Hello, lady.
And I didn't watch it.
What?
Until later.
What a great movie.
I don't know why.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I got to be honest. I have to ask my brothers if they watched it, too, because I don't know the answer.
What, you guys don't like fantasy in your house? You don't like Fred Savage and Columbo? Ugh. Have you seen it?
Yes.
You've seen it
but
now.
I remember it was when I was living in L.A. Fully sat down and saw it.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
In my 20s, my roommate made me watch it. Shout out to Christopher Grantham. Made me watch it.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Chris had it memorized, and
I knew a guy who had memorized.
Knew everything.
This guy could legitimately do it himself, the whole movie. This guy knew from my town.
And Chris is from the New England area.
Maybe he knew this guy.
Uh-oh. Maybe it was him. I'm just kidding.
They should have an André the Giant off.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Carrie Ewells? How do you say his name? The guy who plays the...
I don't know, but Is that right? His interview was interesting.
So he
did
did
makeup on?
He seemed like he did. And was he doing a fake accent or does he have an English accent?
That's what I'm like. Is he in character?
He's like, Andre.
This guy's still fucking with us?
Andre was a very nice man. He said he's the one who said Andre drank because he was in pain. I guess during this movie he was in a ton of back and neck pain.
Well, but I think he did it all the time for that. But it just they caught it like what the fuck is going on? You know,
they said of all the things he couldn't do, like the wrestling scene, they said really was taxing for him, which was ironic because his body was so fucked up. I liked Reiner had a great story where
was amazing.
They were lowering him onto a horse with wires, and he's like, he said he had drank like 20 bottles of wine.
A drunk giant.
Previous, and he's like, "Hello, boss," as they're lowering down onto the horse.
Still respectful.
And they say Reiner directed the whole movie in a Speedo just to get their performances.
I hope so, to get everybody, you know, in the right frame of mind. But
and he
also
wanted to get Robin Wright.
Robin Wright said that like he couldn't they threw her, he couldn't catch her, so they had to put a harness on her so that it wasn't a lot of her whole body weight going on him, that it would just hurt too much.
An aging giant.
And then what do? He's aging. He's having trouble. Let's set up a match.
No, he's having back surgery, and Vince McMahon claims fighting Hulk Hogan, that's what really brought him back. But Vince is like, look, man, I need you, and he did it.
Vince is trash.
And Vince said they had a big falling out, and Vince cried about Andre dying.
That was fake. Those were fake tears. He did what Hulk did. He put the Vaseline in his eyes.
Yeah, Hulk did.
The Vicks vapor rub. That's what it was. Remember?
By the way, Hulk describing.
That was great.
Hulk describing his. So Andre, that really shook me as a kid. By the way, this whole thing.
Oh man.
So Andre and Hulk were BFFs, and then they're going.
I remember getting into it.
They go on Roddy
like,
Piper's pit, and Andre all of a sudden you're like, wait a second. He turns on Hulk, rips his tank top off. But in the process, rips his crucifix necklace, cutting Hulk's chest.
Yeah.
Piper's like, you're bleeding. You're bleeding. He goes to touch it. I'm like, whoa, don't touch the blood.
But also, like, Hulk was, like he said, I was trying to put the stuff in my eye, and the Vicks Vapor Rub so I could cry. He goes, but I was so in the moment.
He didn't
and I'm like,
cry. He wasn't crying.
You're so full of shit.
He wasn't crying.
You were in the moment. You were doing what you do.
His acting is so, he's like, what are you doing, brother? No, dude. It was so over the top.
I can remember like things like this. Like we would get so excited. My mom always had like this little coffee table, and we have the joke. I think I talked about this on here before. Move the coffee table, and that means we're gonna fight. So we move the coffee table, and we would put like a flat sheet on the floor. I'm not sure why.
It's for the canvas,
but
like the ring.
Yeah, that would be, I guess, the boundaries.
Yeah.
Like you can't go outside of it, but it didn't make it softer.
No.
And we slammed each other. I mean, we beat the shit out of each other. Bobby would jump off the back of the couch on us. Like, I mean, flying through the air. Like,
who was Andre?
Well, none of us could. We would say it, but none of us could be it. God bless you. But we were all something, you know. I used to like Bob Backlund.
He was such a dweeb.
He was. That's why I liked him. He was a nerd.
Look at him.
But like Andre is yes.
You liked him because he was a redhead.
I just liked him because he was and he was good. He was good.
I think he was a real collegiate maybe wrestler. He had like a background in legitimate wrestling.
Yeah.
Before.
But also like I don't know, and so we just like picked people and would pretend to be them. And George the Animal Steel we would fight over that one because we like to bite stuff.
Don't do this, brother. Will you wrestle?
Hulk was a big one.
Did you like when Hulk went, yeah? And the crowd went crazy.
It's all so theatrical, but great.
They kept playing, and this part I don't know if I believe this is true. They kept playing up that Hulk wasn't sure if Andre was going to cooperate with like the match plans, which I don't know if I believe that.
I agree.
Seemed fake.
I think I agree with them. That would be something that somebody would do, and then you call it, and it's fucking terrifying. I did a call match with Selena. If you put up Selena Majors versus Easy Rider, Wild Women of Wrestling, you will see me get beaten like I've never been beaten because she called the entire match. She just told me what to do.
But why? What is that? Why is that different?
You're just. It's so spontaneous, but I I mean, these guys are veterans, right? They have been wrestling for a while.
Yeah.
This was season 1. Wow, Women of Wrestling. She's like, I'm gonna call it. We joke about it all the time. Almost got killed. That was the opposite of the fart thing. That was the Bronco Buster. I would do. Selena made me do it all the time.
Why? She just enjoyed it. Is she a lesbian?
She is, but that's not why. I don't think.
She's like, do that move where you put your crotch in my face.
But it was more because I would come out and do that pelvic thrust dumb shit that I always do, and I don't know where I got that, but I just always did it. But she would I'd come out and do that in the ring, and
oh, you just got kicked right in the face.
Me up.
Oh, she gave a stunner to Thug Peggy.
Oh yeah, and then my favorite part comes up with
I like Selena's mullet.
The sunset flip was what I was very good at.
My middle school My middle school health teacher had a mullet like that.
Yeah, because I know I gotta fight her, so I'm like, oh no, watch this flying through the air.
Oh, you hurt your boobies.
That's what my mom goes. Did you hurt your wrist? So good.
What a match!
She's whispering in my ear what to do, and I'm like,
This is a 5-star match.
I almost get killed quite a few times.
A lot of people say this is a Hall of Fame match.
This is where the hairline fracture in my collarbone, because I went to the right versus the left. Everything's to the left in wrestling. You wouldn't be able to do it.
Why? Because I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
There's the bra. She wants it again. She's like, do it again. I love it.
So what I'm saying is they write it out, him writing it out like this is how I think it should go.
But you think they said Andre was fucking with him about it. Like he wanted him to sweat it out.
Sure. But them not getting together. See, the pelvic thrust, that's the whole thing.
Hulk Hogan said no one could fuck with Andre, but I read a graphic novel, and I can't remember if I read a real book. But Andre once dropped an N-bomb on this black wrestler who was like
really
a judo master. And the guy goes, stop the bus. And he goes, get the fuck off this bus right now. And Andre wouldn't get off.
Oh.
This guy, I think I forget, something Allen is the guy's name. And then he fought Blackjack Mulligan. They had like a brawl in Japan. They fought over the...
I didn't know French people use that word.
They had a brawl in Japan in this hotel and flew out of off this outside balcony and fighting on this hillside. And they said it was a draw. But Blackjack Mulligan was a big guy, too. So I think there were guys who could step to him, but I think...
I got beat. I lost.
Oh, no. I lost money on this match.
I'm holding my neck.
Oh, but it looks like you guys get the last laugh here. Thug is a good mullet, too. Oh, look at that elevation. She jumped, what, at 6 inches of the
These ladies wrestled in Japan, and at this point, they were old. Look, Josh. Oh, Josh died too.
Who, the ref?
Yeah.
She just threw the ref on his head.
It's great. Selena and Peggy. Shout out to Peggy, man. I miss her. She was the sweet. She would always write the nicest things on Facebook. So sweet.
So Hulk beats Andre, slams right on his back that had been surgically repaired.
Yeah.
Andre, he was not, you could tell, not moving well at all.
But also, he was, Andre being okay, he's following what we're doing. He's following what we're doing.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Hulk saying that. But, then he's, comfortable. But then he's got to wait for him to call those lasts, the finishing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's terrifying because you don't know what he's going to call. But at the same time, you're like, is he going to do the right thing? Or is he going to get fucking pissed off? Is he drunk? Who knows?
Is he going to fart in my face in the corner? Is he going to bring the bucket out? He should have walked to the ring with the bucket around his neck. This bucket right here. His bucket,
when they turn the bucket over and you sit on it, he kept it that way in between.
Andre flies to France because his father's dying.
Right.
So then Andre himself died in a Paris hotel. My question is, how do they get him out? How do you get him on a gurney?
Well, because this was a funny thing that they were talking about earlier, being on the road, and Andre would drink so much, and they'd be at a Motel 8 or whatever, or 6 or whatever they're called, and he said he fell in the lobby, and they were like, you have to get him up, and he goes, what are we going to do? He goes, I don't know, call AAA.
Yeah, they said they saw him there the next morning. Just
what are you going to do?
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen any of this. To have been on a plane and see him taking the shit.
Wait a minute.
Or to be in the hotel lobby and just walk and there's André the Giant passed out on the floor. It's
Do you think people step on him as his signature
I'd
bit?
be taking pictures. I'd be laying next to him.
Do an outline of him, a chalk outline, how big it is.
I'd write on him in marker.
Oh, man, that just sucks, though. But at least, I mean, oh, yeah, he was in France, but...
Yeah.
But
his best friend was super sad that he wasn't with him because he was like, he died alone.
I can't do the accent, but he was like, there
no,
was something
no
in
tears
there
in
that
wrestling.
He said, yeah, no crying in wrestling. But he said something like, well, I can't change it now. Or something. It was just like the way he said it. And I was like, oh, my God, that is so Boston.
Would he have been in the room with him? Like, would he have stayed with him?
Probably. Or in the same hotel.
Or maybe in, like, the suite. He's in, like, the living room?
It depends on the money situation with that. Like, sometimes if you have somebody you go on the road with, like a handler, they stay in the room with you. But then sometimes...
Maybe he slept in the
bothered me,
same bed.
The time frame, too, bothered me. They were like, we called at 11. Then we went in at around 3. Fuck you waiting for, bitch?
But maybe he was so drunk all the time that they were like, just let him sleep.
But he had plans to be somewhere. Like, the driver showed up at 11.
His family's still super sad that he's gone. They said they
I
think
agree.
about him all the time, his brother.
And then he was cremated, and his ashes
They said it was 18
North Carolina, I think.
18 gallons of milk bottles to get his ashes back.
It was a case of wine bottles.
Yeah, he spread his ashes,
man.
and then he left all his money to his daughter.
That's why I was saying, like, I wonder if she still lives on the ranch or if that's like a summer home for her or something. Who knows what she does?
She
for a
said
living.
she like thought he was a good man at heart, but like there is pain attached to her childhood
Of course, how could it not be? He abandoned them.
of not seeing her father.
Yeah.
But he was a father to the world.
What?
Who shit in a bucket.
He was a father to a world who farted. You know, my father never farted on me.
Did you ever hear your father fart?
I don't think so.
What?
No. He left when I was like 7, Jeff. You
Oh.
want to bring those fucking memories up?
What do you mean, though? That's 7 years
7 or
of
8.
farts.
No, I remember him smoking.
Out of his ass or out of his, out of his mouth?
You're an asshole. I used to fight with him over the smoking. I used to get mad that he smoked. It bothered my eyes.
And then you smoked.
Started shortly after he left.
Call the Brood Squad. I'm on the Brood Squad.
I missed him. I was like, I miss his smell. Let me start smoking.
Ugh.
Kidding. I worked for him every day.
I miss André the Giant's musk.
What if he came out with a cologne? Andre's shit.
Oh, and it just comes in a small bucket. And it makes a fart
And
sound when you
brown.
spray it. That'd be good.
You're a toddler.
I'm trying to get money-making opportunities here.
Yeah. Guys, let me just make all the men in here smile. Fart. Look how excited they get.
Kim Kardashian, I guess, Courtney was telling me, not Kourtney Kardashian.
Oh, wow.
Courtney, the mother of my children.
Okay.
Love of my life.
Okay.
Apple of my eye.
Okay. Whoa. What did
she
you
said-
do wrong that you're saying all that? What did you do?
It's been a long week off back from Vegas. But so I guess on the show, Kim Kardashian's kids are like unruly and they don't like the cameras and stuff and don't really want to be on the show.
Oh.
And so when they like, I guess they flip off paparazzi. These are
Didn't
young
the little
kids.
boy do it? Didn't the little boy?
One of them flipped off paparazzi.
Yeah. Okay. I saw that on Twitter.
Kanye may be doing some coaching on that. But
Tell him, Kanye.
the daughter ripped a big old fart on the show, and Kim was like, oh, my God. I don't even like saying that word. This is humiliating, like was beside her. But I think the daughter did it to be disruptive. Like, hey, you want to film me? Here you go.
Called acting out.
Yeah,
Yes.
like, here you go, Mom. You like it?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, my head.
Dad says you're a part of Illuminati. Is that right?
I have never. But she's known for her ass. Why not celebrate?
Yeah, but
the
hers
ass?
is fake. It doesn't fart anymore.
What,
even
doesn't they
shit.
silence it?
Oh,
What do
probably.
you mean it doesn't shit?
She probably had everything taken out.
What? She is so
She's
cold?
fucking she's not even real. That's not a real person.
You think she's a robot?
Yes.
I worked with a guy who thought that the Black Eyed Peas were robots, and he was dead serious.
What?
This guy was
Why the black eyed
This guy was the dumbest person I ever met in my
He
life.
sounds it.
He was from this area.
Did I grow up with him?
No, but this guy was so stupid. He said that in his area that it was strictly forbidden to masturbate, and there were like roving groups who would try to catch you, Matt. They'd look in your windows And they're like, oh, man, you better not get caught masturbating, man. And he was dead serious. And we're like, so wait, there are militias who, like, roam around.
Who taught him this? His parents?
I don't know. And they're like, oh, man,
they
Black
couldn't
Eyed
tell him
Peas
he
are,
was going to go blind?
Black Eyed Peas are robots, man. And we'd all be like, robots? Yeah, man. They ain't real people. This guy was the dumbest guy in the world.
Wait, was he dumb or did he really have a chemical imbalance?
I think dumb. Upon finding out if I was Jewish, he said, oh, you're Jewish. Why don't you give me some money?
That's not dumb. That's smart.
That's not smart. We had to carry our money in these little pouches, like almost like a pencil pouch from school.
Yeah.
Like for the
Jews or everybody?
No, for the job.
I don't know the way you said it.
No, the job. And he this fucking idiot slipped in a pile of dog shit, fell down to the ground, threw the pouch up in the air. It went down into her sewer grate. He comes back to the store covered in dog shit all over his clothes.
Is this Slumdog Millionaire? What?
So this guy has to pay all the money that he had earned in the pouch, and he's covered in dog shit.
Oh, no.
And we had to lock our cars. If you work the night shift, like you have to lock your car at the end of the night.
So wait, how old is this person?
He was like in his probably mid to late 20s.
And he's got a pencil case filled with money.
Yes, we all did.
He's covered in dog shit.
Yeah. No, he lost the money. He lost all the money.
Oh, so this was for a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my delivery job.
Got it.
And so they didn't have a gate where we parked the car, so it was just open. This is the middle of West Hollywood. And so this idiot left the car unlocked. They come in the next morning. There's a homeless streetwalker
encampment,
dressed as a woman in the car with a huge dildo suction cup to the hood of the car. They're like, you better get down here right now and clean this whole fucking car, you idiot.
That is so sick.
He also went
was
up
it André the Giant cross-dressing?
He also went up to the hills, and there was wildfires, and he said to this woman, and I kid you not, he goes, oh man, it sucks, you're gonna lose your house, man. And it said on the receipts, they could add notes. It said, do not send. And it said this guy's name to that person ever again. Where did he end up?
Oh, so this was your delivery job, the one I know. Yeah.
Where did he end up? A customer was a commercial producer, said, I think you're...
he's a superstar now?
He works in commercials. The guy's like, I think you're great. You should come work for me. And he went and worked. And he got fired because he went up to a girl who was pregnant and said, oh, man, who worked there, your titties are getting huge, man. And he couldn't comprehend why that was a fireable offense.
She had giantitis. They were growing.
And he could not comment. He was like, wait, why am I being fired? I told the truth. So, I wonder where he's at.
The way you were, I thought you said this guy was from the New England area.
No, he's
so
from
I put
here.
you guys back in that
Went to the
area.
great Fairfax High.
Nice.
Apparently not allowed to masturbate.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, maybe with Anthony Kiedis. Anthony Kiedis?
And Flea.
How do you say his name?
Kiedis. And Flea went there.
Yeah.
But Flea did jerk off.
Cameron Diaz.
He risked it.
He did. Yeah,
he risked it all.
Flea was like, bah.
Cameron Diaz went there?
I believe so. With Anthony Kiedis.
Did all the rap, did Tyler the Creator go there? Or you just hang around that area?
I don't know.
Do you know Tyler?
I do.
I
know of. I don't know. No.
I know a guy who worked with him.
Okay.
Be cool.
Really?
That was their show.
Oh, yeah.
The Jellies.
That's right. The Jellies. But sometimes when the Hulk was talking, I would think of Earl.
Hulk Hogan?
This would have been a great one to have Earl on.
That's true.
Earl, that's two you missed out on. We were going to have him on for the Kennedy. What was that one?
Be cool, brother.
Yeah, be cool, brother. Wait. What was
Which Kennedy one?
What was the one we did? I know. Grey Gardens.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was a candidate. So we were going to have him on for that. And then wrestling.
Edie, Andre's coming over.
Edith, he's a giant.
Get the
corn.
Get the corn on the cob ready for Andre.
Andre, that's not a kitten. That's a raccoon.
T for 10. That's when he comes over.
T for 2.
Get the shit bucket out, Edie.
That's gross, Jay. Even Edith wouldn't put this. Get that shit bucket out of here.
Edie, empty the shit bucket. The cats could have used the bucket, too. as a litter box.
Get that bucket off of you. Why? Where did you get that?
It says
Stop it.
child can fall into the bucket and drown.
That is
Keep
not,
children
that
away
is a
from
fact.
the bucket,
That is a fact.
even with a small amount of liquid.
Yeah.
I've been using this as a hot tub for baby Bob for years, and now I know that he could drown. I may not do it anymore.
He has to be supervised.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. You're an ass.
I kept the shit stain though in there.
It
if you
really
can
does
see
look
that.
shit stained. It's gross.
I
Do you
kept-
not clean it out?
You want me to clean the shit, the valuable part of it?
Oh, you're right.
If you have a Beanie Baby that's expensive, what are you gonna get rid of it? Or are you gonna keep it?
Ugh.
Just smell it.
No, I just did.
What do you mean?
It made my throat close. You're sick. I'm the nut. You're nuts.
This episode is brought to you by Buckets.com.
Shit buckets. Yeah. Well, I say watch it because I give it a thumbs up.
I thought it was good. I thought it could have been a little
good.
better, but I did think it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Especially the shitting and the farting and the Ric Flair talking about his big old hog.
27-inch ring. What do you think? I think you're a little wacky, Mr. Flair.
Flair would
But I
look
do
at
love
it.
you.
He would.
Woo!
He said he had two. Thought he had two penises for years.
I saw his dick in the shower.
I kept looking at it. I was like, "Where is it?
Is that on the floor? Woo!
How many balls are there? Is it 4 balls?"
Yes. 2 of everything. He's got Noah's Ark body. He's got 2 of every
Yeah,
organ.
pairs.
Yeah.
2 pairs of balls, 2 hearts. Where were the other hearts? It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
What do you mean, where were the other hearts? What do you think? It's on the outside?
Just 2 hearts right next to each other? Are they connected?
2 hearts that beat as one, 2 of hearts. Maybe they wrote that song
What
for
are these
him.
fucking wrestlers talking about? They're like, you hear about Andre's 2 hearts, and Ric Flair's like, what? Oh, it's awesome.
Well, what do you think they're in there? Quoting Shakespeare?
I don't know.
I was a wrestler.
Yeah, what were you guys talking about?
Not that.
What?
Andre the Giant's 2 hearts.
Did they
And
tell
his
you
shark
that?
teeth.
Did they tell you that?
No, but we met Sergeant Slaughter.
He's been to the Comedy Store.
Yeah, we met him at the Forum.
One of the biggest chins in the world.
I got in trouble for hanging out with one of the girls that, like, we were healed.
Your opponent?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They were like, you can't be seen together. I'm like, okay.
Kayfabe, you idiot.
My fault. I was new.
Earl Skakel, speaking of, once did, he lip synced a Ric Flair promo to Sergeant Slaughter at the Comedy Store. Spent more and
so
spilled
worried about
liquor.
you. I'm so worried about you.
Limousines.
Oh, God.
Jet flying. Limo riding.
So good.
All right. I think we're
All
out of
right.
here.
Thank
Bye,
you
everybody.
for listening. Like, subscribe, do all that. Go to my website, Eleanor J. Kerrigan, for tour dates, stuff like that. Go to Jeff's website. Just follow Jeff on
Yeah.
Twitter, I guess.
Just come follow me in real life
Please.
around town.
Help him with his shit bucket.
Yeah. Help me sell it. If you want to buy it, it's on eBay.
Bye.